to your reading. This is going to be a reading for January 2025. Hope y'all are doing great. Happy New Year. So we are going to get started. If you come across this video outside of January, hopefully there is a message here for you as well. All right, so you have two cards out. You have the card of the inner child with the rose quartz, and then you also have the card of Aletheia. This is from the Archetypes deck by Kim Kranz. So with these two cards, there's a few things coming forward today. So the general energy with Aletheia stands for truth. So this has to do, it's making me feel like you need to express something that you have been holding in or that you have been ruminating or thinking about. The inner child is telling me that not only are we going to speak of your inner child, but the fact that there's something within that wants to come out, right? Along with Aletheia, which stands for truth. So the expression of this, the release of this is going to help tremendously with your situation. Maybe you have been hesitant as to whether or not you want to express yourself in this way or tell someone the truth or, you know, just sort of show up more truthfully or more authentic. It just feels like there's something that you're holding in. There's something that you're keeping to yourself. But it does make me feel like you want to say it. It's just maybe you don't know how. Maybe you feel it's not the right time. Maybe you're scared about how people are going to take it. Or you're just uncertain, right? Maybe you're second guessing yourself whether or not this is your truth or not. This could also be for someone else in your life as well. So you take it how it relates to your situation. The inner child card over here, this is just making me feel like it's important to acknowledge the feelings that you're having. It's important to acknowledge the traumas that you have experienced throughout your life that has caused you to develop certain types of behaviors, defensive mechanisms that has caused you to protect yourself. I'm getting, I don't know, maybe this affects relationships or it affects work or how you show up now that you are an adult or in your everyday life. And it's like, just be gentle with yourself. I'm also getting somebody here feeling, what is this? Like always on or always needing to be busy doing something or feeling like if they're not involved, that they are not productive or good enough or something like that. And so it's like, give yourself a break, let yourself rest, right? Like, play even here with the inner child, right? Like do the things that make you happy, do the things that you're passionate about, do the things that you love, tap into that child side of yourself that is making me feel like it's yearning for your attention. It's screaming for you to remember it. Maybe you've been working super hard and it's like all work, no play, or you taking yourself or your life too seriously that you're forgetting to balance the other parts of life that bring you joy, happiness, laughter, rest, you know. So we'll see how this comes through. But yeah, I mean, as always with the Libra, it's important that, you know, we find balance throughout our life and in any aspect of life. So if you're not feeling balanced or aligned, you know, acknowledge where that is coming from, why you are going off into one extreme compared to another, and you can't really find that equilibrium, right? So we'll see how this is coming through in your reading. We're going to pull some cards for your general energy. We're going to get a sense of where you stand at this time. What is it for the Libra for January 2025, please? All right, take a breather, get comfortable. Let's get into it. So you have how weird, usually there's a word here and it tells me what this card is. Is this not supposed to be here? It's number 13, so this is the Death card. Wow, that's interesting. So I just got these cards for Christmas. My boyfriend gave them to me. So they're the Tarot of the Sorceress, a Witch's Wheel of the Year, and I just fell in love with them. So usually I work with a deck before I present it here for your readings, but I couldn't help myself because I really like this deck. Okay, so we're getting used to it together here, right? So we have the Death card in the beginning. This is your first card out. What else for the Libra, please? The Nine of Fire. So this is the Nine of Wands. Oh, we got two out here. We have the Four of Earth, or the Four of Pentacles, as well as the Five of Pentacles. All right, so I'm going to keep this card out for a little bit. I may put it back in the deck. I'm not too sure. But in your personal energy as it relates to you right now, mind, heart, body, soul, how you're coming through, you're telling me that you are on the brink of going through a huge change. Okay. So I don't know, this has to do because of the time of year, right? Like it's the new year, January, and a lot of people want change, or they want to start fresh or whatever. Or if this is something a little deeper, I do feel that for most of you this is going deeper because the inner child is here. It's just a very powerful feeling that I'm getting, and I think that you don't recognize this yet, so therefore you have a sense of resistance, or your wall is up at this time. Okay, you're definitely here using your communication and how can I say, like your clear way of articulating things and expressing yourself to put up some boundaries. And there's a little bit of stubbornness coming through with the Four of Earth. Okay, so it's like the Libra at this time is hard, right? The Libra is standing firm in something. I don't know if it's also making me feel like as you are changing, I'm getting like a whirlwind of energy, right? Like, and it's going in a circle. The Nine of Wands with the Four of Pentacles is making me feel like there's something anchoring you to the ground. And as you're going through this change, you're building a fortress around you, as though you are protecting yourself while you go through this death rebirth cycle, because you know that you will be vulnerable during this time of change. Okay, so I'm also feeling a little bit of like fed up energy, like enough is enough energy. I need to make this move. I need to change my life. I can't continue this way forever. It also makes me feel like the things that you've always wanted to change about yourself, but just sort of put it on the back burner because life, right? Like you're living life, you have all the other things to do. It's like those things are finally coming to the forefront as a priority. Right? So this is like using an example of changing your health habits, right? Like your eating habits and your diet and all of that. Just giving an example. It doesn't have to be. So like if you have always wanted to eat healthier and start a physical exercise routine and, just what is this, like release toxins or whatever, right? But you just always felt like you never had the time to do that or something. Now is like, I'm getting started. I'm doing this now. Like, that's it. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I'm just going to do it now. And I have time and I'm making it a priority. So it does feel like that, like you're standing firm in your decision to make this a priority. But what concerns me here is the Nine of Wands, because it makes me feel like you feel attacked, like you feel that something is coming at you, and you need to defend yourself. So I don't know what that is. We'll definitely see. And you're just, like I said, holding firm here. Let's see what's in the environment just to get more context to the situation. This could be in the form of people, situations, circumstances. It's coming through for the Libra, please. The environment. So you have the Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Earth. So it could be a person here, somebody who is very dependable, trustworthy, practical, loyal, strong, steady, secure, safe. Queen of Water. Wow. Okay. Either there's two people, like multiple people in your environment that are coming through, or one of these individuals is you. Queen of Water is a more compassionate, loving, nurturing, patient archetype. An emotional, is ran by their emotions, leads with their heart, little psychic, very aware, very sensitive to their environment. Could be a mother type as well. I feel like this person is coming with harmony and compassion for sure. All of the white here is making me feel like there's some purity behind this person's intentions and what they're saying, how they're acting. And I also think that the Knight of Earth is also coming with some pure intentions as well, but they're in a state of darkness at the same time. So they're making me feel a little bashful or a little guilty. Like in the presence of this Queen of Water, male or female, this Knight of Earth is feeling not worthy. What else, please? Wow. And then you have the King of Water. So Queen of Water, King of Water. At the bottom, Two of Air. Conflict here. Something is taking a very long time. I do think that if this is you and your person, like your relationship is coming through today, there's a lot of truth. There's loyalty, dependability, devotion. But for some reason, it's coming up. Okay? For some reason, I do think that two people are maybe not seeing eye to eye or don't. Hold on. This is like two people don't agree on the Knight of Earth concepts. So although the Knight of Earth stands for all of these beautiful things I've mentioned, loyalty, devotion, security, stability, practicality, steadiness, longevity, in it for the long haul, right? Takes its time, patient, honest, truthful, serious, right? So all these are beautiful words for the Knight of Earth. But it's making me feel like these two don't agree on these words and behaviors, and like they don't see these things the same. They have these qualities within them, but they express them differently. And their opinions of these concepts are different. Doesn't mean that they're not coming from a loving place. It just means that they're two different people, two different personalities, experiences, whatever. I'm also getting listening here with the King of Water. Like, I don't know, there's like a lot of phone talk. I know this is not a phone, it's a shell, but there's something about like, I don't know if you've ever done that with the shell where you put it to your ear and you can hear it. You can hear the ocean, basically. It's almost as though this person, whoever the King of Water is, male or female, is trying to hear the Queen of Water. So it's like if you put the shell to the ear as a human being and you hear the ocean, you just hear sound. If you are in tuned with your intuition, your clairvoyance, your psychic abilities, your third eye, whatever the case is, and you're sensitive to this to things, you can not just hear sound, but you can interpret and even delineate what that sound is saying. So maybe one person is trying to express themselves, right? Like you are. But the other person maybe does not receive it, right? The way that you're intending to be received, because there's a clash of personality. There's a difference of opinion. So many different things can happen between two human beings that create these differences. So I think that this person here is trying their best. And this person may be speaking poetically, symbolically, indirectly. This person may be, I'm getting somebody here feeling super scared to express themselves, express their truth, because they don't know how they're going to be received. So it's like this feeling of can't you tell, or wanting another person to pick up on how you're feeling instead of you expressing it yourself. And this could be vice versa, of course. And I do feel that whatever it is that you're needing to express, whoever here is the person that needs to say their truth, okay? It's how can I say, it has to do with change. It has to do with something deep within them that is shifting and changing. That involves putting up boundaries, that involves standing up for yourself, that involves putting your foot down with the 9 of Wands. But at the same time, yes, I understand that the 4 of Pentacles is like a little bit of like stubborn energy, but at the same time, it holds on, right? Like it's holding on to what it has. It's almost as though somebody here is trying to shift and change and evolve and ascend or whatever. But not lose grip, not lose footing, not lose their anchor, not lose their life, right? So, yeah, I think that that's what you guys are going through right now. So let's go a little bit deeper and get some more information, get some more cards, use another deck. Hopefully this is straight and not super crooked. Hope this is all making sense. If it is, let me know. All right. I do think that there is love here with these two. I mean, they're a perfect match, right? Like they're the same suit coming through. So whoever this is, you and your person, like you guys are made for each other. The essence of your nature, right, is similar. But there's something here, because one person is changing and going through a dark time. Okay, so it's not just the change that's happening here, because death here is here. There's also a sense of darkness, okay? And it's not fun, 2 of Swords again. It's scary, right? Because there's a lot of uncertainty that comes with this phase of life, this phase of being, the death, rebirth process. And so maybe someone here is fearful and doesn't want to show it, doesn't want to express it. It's like somebody just wants a little bit of patience and understanding. I was going to go somewhere with that, but I lost it. Okay, let's see. We're going to pull some more cards. What is coming through for the Libra, please? Get some more details here. Page of Swords, yeah, getting to know each other, getting to know a person, attempting to communicate but not doing the best job at it with the Page of Swords. You're learning how to do it. Whoa, seriously. The Nine of Wands. This is this card here, that defensiveness. The boundary is up. The wall is up. This is a little, I'm feeling very touchy, very sensitive, right? Like, what do you mean by that? Or what are you trying to say? Or, you know, like taking things personal, things like that. So you just want to be careful, you know, trying to communicate and get to the bottom of someone's defensiveness. Four of Pentacles, which is this card here. So here's a lot of validation for me as your reader today that, you know, this is the storyline and this is what is happening for some of you. And then you have the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, in the beginning of January or soon, in the next week or two, this energy will be coming forward, but we're playing out. Yeah, I mean, you are trying to get to know more about what it is that has you in this Nine of Wands energy, Nine of Wands, Four of Pentacles energy. So your people in your life may be on edge with you right now because maybe you're a little short-tempered, a little sensitive, overly defensive. But I think that you're trying to figure it out. And there is a lot of Seven of Pentacles stuff, right? Which is analyzing your situation, putting your cards on the table and really taking a look at where you're at. And, you know, but this is from more of an internal, psychological, emotional perspective instead of a material, physical perspective, I'm feeling. And it's also, if you are looking at the material and the physical side of this, it does come through in ways of like how you show up, what your value is, you know, what you contribute to your situation with the Seven of Pentacles. So taking a look at that, taking stock of that, just so you can change and transform, and for the sake of your truth, like showing up truthfully, showing up more authentic, you know, identifying certain long-standing type of behaviors, right? That had, like I said in the beginning, that stemmed from your childhood trauma here. What else, please? And then, I don't know if you noticed, but the bottom of the deck had the Knight of Swords. So this is direct, assertive, like I said, communicating with the swords here. Okay. What else is coming through for the Libra? Nine of Swords. Why? What? Five of Swords. This card has also been coming out for a few of the previous readings I've done this month. The Empress. And the Nine of Cups. So the next 2 to 3 weeks, this energy will be playing out for you. Something comes through that has you feeling a little anxious. There's some stress coming. I don't know, this is guilt or shame, fear. These are all like that negative self-talk that we start with, you know, at night, and it's like one thing leads to another. One negative thought leads to another negative thought, and then before you know it, you're like in this weird world or weird vision of like the worst case scenarios. One second. And it's a lot of sabotaging here. It's like there's really ugly communication. There's really ugly, like, back and forth interaction between you and another person here. This is people that have their own agendas, their own, motivation. Maybe somebody here is holding a grudge or wants revenge or wants to get back at another person. And it just makes me feel really, what is the word? Exhausted. Okay, I'm feeling exhausted with this energy, and it's toxic, right? Like, this is your typical quintessential toxic environment here with the Nine of Swords and the Five of Swords. We're lucky that the Seven of Swords hasn't come out. So I don't know, and it's crazy because it's right next to the Empress and the Nine of Cups. Like, these cards are beautiful cards. This is beautiful energy, having emotional fulfillment, feeling really good about yourself, feeling proud of yourself. There's achievement here from an emotional perspective, right? Like, maybe coming out of depression or coming out of, some sort of emotional, negative emotional situation. I don't know why. Maybe this is like saying that in a couple of weeks, you're going to realize that you came from this shitty situation and you've overcome it. Okay. So that's a possibility here. It doesn't have to be that you're still dealing with this. It could just be that you have overcome this in some way. So I'm hoping that that's the case and it's not a literal situation that's coming through here. So I'm going to get some clarifiers and see what this is about. The Nine of Swords, Five of Swords, please. Death. Six of Cups. Eight of Cups at the bottom. Yeah, I'm feeling some guilt. Somebody here is filled with guilt, filled with shame as to how they acted and how they behaved. There's an intense feeling of passion and intimacy coming through with this transformation somehow. So I don't know how this is playing out in your situation, but transformation and change, right? An ending of a cycle, or no longer doing things one way, now you're doing things another way, is coming through with an intense amount of intimacy and closeness here. Especially with the Six of Cups, this is this all-encompassing, unconditional, soul bond type of feeling. It's like how two people go through traumatic situations together and they trauma bond, or it's like, I don't know, maybe you and your person here are going through something really big right now, and you're trying your best, and in a couple of weeks, there's a breakthrough. I'm feeling a breakthrough, something that's taken a really long time here with the Knight of Earth. A breakthrough is happening. We'll get some more clarifiers in just a sec. I just want to finish the main deck. I mean, the main spread first. All right, what else for the Libra, please? Ace of Swords. Tower. It's a big time for you, Libra. Just be patient with yourself. Love yourself as much as you can. Protect your heart as much as you can. King of Wands. One more, please. Eight of Wands. The 10 of Cups at the bottom, which is a good sign. So at the end of this 30-day cycle, there's some truth coming out. Big, big truth bombs. Here is that truth that we started off with coming through. And it's a shocker. All right. It could be coming from a King of Wands person or your significant other. And it's happening really quickly. There's a lot of fire. There's a lot of force. There's a lot of momentum coming behind it as well. Passion. Somebody's feeling really passionate about this truth, about this communication, about breaking something down. Okay. There's change. There is something that once was is no longer. Okay. Something that people have worked to build for a long time is coming down. And I don't mean to scare you. This could be a good thing, right? This could be something that it's like, oh, finally, you know, we have a breakthrough. Again, there's breakthrough energy. So let's see what this is about. What is the Ace of Swords in the Tower? It feels like two people are taking a leap instead of, it's more like the Knight of Pentacles, like a leap of faith. It's coming through. Page of Cups. It's like if you jump, I jump. Four of Wands. King of Wands at the bottom. What's the Ace of Swords? Star. Ace of Pentacles. The only reason why I'm trying to like get more info is because I want to determine whether or not this tower is of a negative or a positive. Okay, because the tower doesn't come along with that. Like it's just is, you know, it's a breakdown. It's a change. It's a surprise. It's out of the blue type of energy. It never says whether or not it's like a good thing or a bad thing, right? This has to do with love. It has to do with union. It has to do with hope and wishes come true and vision and a bigger belief system, you know, believing in something that means a lot here. There's an opportunity coming along with this as well. And it feels like it's taken a long time to get here, but it is here. And like I said, this person is coming through and they're coming with force. They're coming with passion behind this thing. What's the King of Wands and the Eight of Wands? Queen of Cups. I feel like this person is coming for you, Libra. Page of Pentacles. And they're saying, look, this is what I have to give. The Hanged Man. Yeah, I think that this person is expressing their truth for sure. I think there's just a lot of communication and getting to know each other, you know, trying to make changes for the best, for the sake of this union or this relationship. At the end of this, whoever the King of Wands is saying that they've thought it through. They have a change in perspective with the Hanged Man. It's all about a change in perspective. They see something in a different way. They see the Ten of Swords differently. So the Ten of Swords represents, I mean, this is like nothing can get worse than this, right? Like this is when you have, let's just say this toxic situation happening. The Ten of Swords is like the lowest of the low. Like this situation cannot get worse, right? So I'm feeling that this person is coming through with a different perspective, and they see this worse, right? Like this really low situation differently. It means something different to them compared to what it used to mean, or compared to how they used to see it. Their opinion of it is different now. They have a different perspective of it. And it's like a small start, but it's a start, if that makes sense. Therefore, with this Star card, there's hope. It's almost as though starting over. I feel starting over energy here. Things are changing with you and this person with the Death card twice. And people, it's like having to redo this and change things around and change behaviors, change mindsets, listen to one another, put each other in each other's shoes. Like maybe there's therapy happening as well. I don't know, but reevaluating this situation for the sake of improvement. What is the Empress and the Nine of Cups? And then we'll be done here. Temperance. The Moon. And the Three of Cups. Beautiful. So I do feel that Temperance and the Moon are coming through as some sort of like spiritual guidance or celestial guidance, because the Moon obviously is a celestial being. Temperance is an angel, guide, coming from a place of purity again, right? And love here. The Moon also represents instinct and intuition. And it also comes with a sense of the stuff that is not known, right? Like what we keep to ourselves, depending on how it's paired with other cards, can also talk about secrets. But in general, it's more of that inner private world, our inner self-talk, our relationship to ourselves. And so the Empress here with the Nine of Cups, I do think that throughout all of this, you know that you're a good person. Throughout all of this, you know what you valued, like your value, your respect, your love for yourself. You can say like, I try, or you can say, I have good intentions. I'm doing my part. The relationship you have with yourself, the relationship you have with God, with your spirit team, whatever, it's strong. And no matter what happens, you can feel happy about that. Okay. All right. Let's get some Oracle going. Just pull an Oracle card, see what a good takeaway message is for you. Okay. Okay. Freedom. The energy of freedom supports our sense of limitless possibility and potential, boundless expression, and bold exploration. Yeah, this is big. Like I said, this whole time for you, this reading, it's more than just this 30-40 minutes, right, of me reading to you, right? Like, I mean, it goes deeper, right? This is a huge death rebirth moment for you. There's a lot of learning to be had here and a lot of wisdom to be gained, and things to reflect on, and stuff to take seriously, I'm feeling. And I think that by having this bigger sense of awareness of your situation in its entirety, you have more empowerment to make moves, to make changes, which in turn provides you with that sense of freedom. Because when we are not aware and we are coming from a place of projection and trauma, and we don't know what it is we're feeling or why we're fighting or, why we're angry or whatever. And on the surface, we may have like an idea, right? Like, okay, well, this person said that, which pissed me off, or that person did that or whatever. But there's so much more to it. It goes deeper, right? And so when you have the awareness about these things and you see it clearly, you're able to change it. You're empowered there to make these changes, and you can free yourself from these limited beliefs, from these limited behaviors, and this one way of reacting, this one way of responding, right? It's like, okay, I don't have to do it again this way. I don't have to respond this way, right? This is how I've done it my whole life. I can see where I need to change now. And I do feel that that gives you a sense of freedom, if that makes sense. I'm just going to read it one more time. The energy of freedom supports our sense of limitless possibility and potential, boundless expression, and a bold exploration, right? So just be bold and don't hold back, right? Whatever this truth is that needs to come out, that needs to form itself and change here, like, don't hold back anymore. It's time to ascend. It's time to elevate here. Whether that's personally or within your relationship. Okay. All right. I hope that helped somebody. If it did, great. I'm so happy. Thank you. Click the like button if you got anything out of it. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. Thank you so much. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful year 2025. We'll see you on the next one. Okay. Bye.